there, folks! Thrilled to be back with part 2 of our journey into the mesmerizing world of the semiotics of pink. Today, we're diving even deeper, exploring the more direct and fascinating ways in which the color pink communicates meaning and emotion in the realm of film. So, fasten your seatbelts, because we're about to embark on another colorful adventure into the language of cinema and all things pink. Let's start by establishing some possible avenues for using pink within the symbolism of your film. In general, we can use the color pink to hint at the color red, at skin and sex organs, at fire and warmth, and at vitality. Now we'll go into some specific case studies. The film Judy, about the life of Judy Garland, selects red, green, and yellow as its main three colors, hinting back to The Wizard of Oz and how it shadows her life. At times we see Judy wearing pink to hint at the ruby red that's part of the main palette, with the added benefit of evoking her femininity and vitality. In The Assistant, the protagonist wears a muted pink sweater through the film, perhaps to highlight her femininity, as well as the way her surroundings have drained her vitality. In The Neverending Story, Falkor the Luck Dragon is a fleshy pink, giving him a subtle warmth amidst the decaying fantasy landscape. In Midnight Gospel, the main character is pink, popping him out of his psychedelic surroundings. In Babe, pink comes naturally to the pig main character, with the added benefit of giving him a striking flash of color in comparison to the farm animal cast. In The Princess and the Goblin, Irene's pink clothing allows her to stand out in any scene, and highlights her femininity, but it may also hint back to some of the film's menstrual symbolism, like roses being associated with coming of age and such. In Paddington 2, the title character accidentally dyes the outfits of his fellow prisoners pink. This takes advantage of the prisoners' visual uniformity to fill the prison with warmth and pacify the threatening atmosphere. In more action-oriented fare, pink can serve as a power color, often for female characters. This is usually true for the Pink Ranger in various Super Sentai and Power Rangers series. The lead Kira in most Precure series is usually pink, or at least has it as her image color. In Digimon Adventure, the hyper-feminine Mimi often has some element of pink in her wardrobe, and when her partner Digimon evolves into the perfect level Lilymon, it reads as an apotheosis from Mimi's wish, the two now united by Mimi's color. This is additionally justified by the plant theming of Mimi's power, and the naturally pink color of some lilies. Pink is sometimes particularly used as a color to evoke love. In a Goofy movie, when Max finally gets together with Roxy, the moment is underscored by a splash of expressionism from a bush of pink flowers behind them. In Pleasantville, when the protagonist is driving together with his girlfriend, cherry blossoms turn pink and fall from the trees around them, evoking an atmosphere of blossoming love. Later, when the protagonist meets up with his girlfriend, she's carrying a bright pink parasol that echoes the cherry blossoms, and further illustrates the love emerging between them. In Night on the Galactic Railroad, Campanella's pinkish coloring highlights his more heuristic nature. The film Chicago uses pink lighting in some scenes, such as Roxy's funny honey number to evince love, sensuality, and even sex. The Netflix series Dracula uses lighting to a similar effect, notably when the Count sees Lucy, flashes of pink light hit his face, visualizing his romantic feelings toward her. In The Company of Wolves, the dinner scene where a group of rich snobs become canines uses pink heavily in its production design to give the surroundings a facile elegance. The title character of Revolutionary Girl Utena has bright pink hair, perhaps to augment the feminine quality of an otherwise boyish design. In Poea Magi Madoka Magica, the title character's hair, magical girl outfit, and powers are themed pink to multifaceted effect. For one, it's one of her favorite colors, but her outfit itself uses pink to unite the motifs of hearts and flowers. Aside from her femininity and vitality, the heavy pink may also be said to highlight her innocence as well. The designer, Ume Aoki, specifically noted that she used pink to nod symbolically to cherry blossoms too, specifically in Madoka's Ultimate Madoka outfit. In Legally Blonde, pink is used fairly heavily during the opening act of the movie, both for the main character Elle's outfit and her surroundings. When she leaves the womb of her safe feminine world and goes to Harvard, she's surrounded more by neutral and solid colors like dark blue and black. When she returns to the trial at the end of the film after quitting, she's wearing a pink formal dress, symbolizing how she's bridged the masculine and feminine worlds to become her full integrated self. Mean Girls makes heavy use of pink as well, particularly to draw out the hyper-femininity of its plastic characters in their clothes and private surroundings. The film Barbie makes heavy use of pink and pastel colors throughout to create a through line of femininity and focus, and similar to the film Elf, uses it to pop the title character out of her more mundane surroundings during the second act. Director Wes Anderson often uses bright pastel colors in his work, including pink. The titular Grand Budapest Hotel is a warm pink, contains pink furniture, and at one point sees its main character and his love interest surrounded by pink boxes. The Harry Potter franchise dresses antagonist Dolores Umbridge in pink to create an irony with her cruelty. Turning back to a more general array of uses for pink semiotics, let's look to TV Tropes' index of pink tropes. Cheery pink. A cheerful character wears or is pink to signify their cheerfulness and optimism. This is technically done mostly by women, but it can also be done by guys, often a very perky gay guy. Pink girl, blue boy. In a nutshell, differentiating between male and female, or masculine and feminine characters by having the former wear blue and the latter wear pink. Pink heroine. Having been influenced by Sentai, many magical girl shows are color-coded for your convenience. And in these shows, the protagonist and or leader of the team is often the one in pink. For a character to fall under this trope, they must meet two requirements. The character must be a magical girl / boy or superhero. The character must be the protagonist or the leader of their team. Pink is erotic. In color theory, the color pink is primarily associated with femininity, love, and romance. But a lesser known trait about pink is that it has a popular usage in eroticism and sensuality. This trope is about the color pink being used to highlight sexual experiences, used as an indication of off-screen sex, or to symbolize the perversion or sensuality of a character, whether the characters involved are chivalrous, abhorrent, romantic, or something to that degree. While it can be associated with men, pink is traditionally seen as a feminine color, and so it's more likely for women to be associated with the color when they have sexual experiences, or when they talk about their sexual histories. Pink is for sissies. The idea in fiction that a male character, when wearing pink, actively manages to lose a great deal of his more masculine qualities, or is accused of being gay. This results not just in other people making snarky and rude remarks to him, but may actually result in distinct changes in his character. Pink means feminine. This one pretty much means what it says on the tin. Pink product ploy. Simply put, coloring a product pink on the assumption that doing so will make women more likely to buy it. Products made for women, especially girls, are often pink, whether it's toys, clothes, school supplies, phones, backpacks, etc. If it is meant for girls or women, it will likely be pink. Traditionally, men never buy them. This is common in real life, but probably started in media works. This is also to get women to buy products traditionally used only by men. Princesses prefer pink. In fiction, odds are that royal princesses will have a pink dress or outfit she wears most of the time, or at least prominently. It could be anything from a simple frock to a pimped out dress. If the pink is barely noticeable on the outfit, it doesn't count. A significant part of it has to be pink. It could be the skirt or the bodice is almost all pink, or there is a lot of pink trimming on almost every part. Pink hair and makeup alone don't count. They can be included though. Jewelry can count as long as it's obvious that it's pink without requiring a close-up. It has to be an actual princess to fit this trope, by birth, marriage, adoption, etc. This can include fantasies of being a princess as long as we see the fantasy, or someone playing one in a show, play, or something else. If it's just a woman or girl in a lovely pink dress with no mention of royalty, its pink means feminine. Psycho pink. Sometimes looks can be deceiving, especially when it comes to characters or objects wearing pink. For a color associated with femininity, innocence, playfulness, and love, they are often the ones that need to be watched out for. Female characters often at first appear to be quirky or crazy in a good way before exposing their, well, true colors in the style of being a bitch or crazy in a bad way. Intense shades of pink such as hot pink and magenta can be associated with this, as they can be off-putting and too much for the eyes. And as such, characters who wear these shades, like the alpha bitch in teen films, can be a red flag or a hot pink flag in this case. Muted shades of pink like puce or old rose can give off a macabre and visceral feel, and can also convey a psychologically not all their character. Real men wear pink. The basis is that someone who is self-evidently masculine doesn't need to demonstrate his masculinity in the stereotypical ways. If the manly man sees something as manly, then it will become manly, as he himself is the definition of manly. Kind of like how celebrities tend to change fashion in real life. Then some men just like to use this as a practical reason to start fights, or enjoy the fact that no one will dare to mock him. Would you? Note that if the cultural norms are different in the work setting, such as fantasy, a period piece, or a work made in Asia, that is not this trope. If all the men are wearing skirts, or pink is a frequent color for masculine costumes, or if many men are weavers, that's just a cultural difference. This trope only applies to individuals or a small group of connected characters, such as a family, religious order, or whatever. It also only applies if the work specifically codes the activity or thing as feminine. This trope doesn't work on extremely feminine-looking bishonen or gender benders, as it's about manly men. If a character has enough girlish traits or hobbies that it starts to compromise his manliness, especially if they have an effeminate appearance, then the character may be in touch with his feminine side. Rose-haired sweetie. Just like blue-haired girls are often withdrawn and anxious, pink-haired girls are often cheery and optimistic, or sweet and romantic. There's a high chance that if a series is a 5-man band, a girl with pink hair is the heart. It's also a popular hair color for protagonists of Magical Girl series, hence pink heroine. Bonus points if she has a blue-haired love interest. She may also have innocent blue eyes, both to reinforce the impression of innocent sweetness and to provide a distinct visual contrast. And that's a wrap for part 2 of our exploration into the semiotics of pink in film. I hope you found this journey as enlightening and inspiring as I did. Remember, the power of pink in cinema is limitless, and there are endless creative ways to use it to convey emotions, stories, and symbols. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and subscribe for more exciting content. Feel free to share your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for the subtle and not so subtle shades of pink on the big screen. Thanks for joining me on this colorful adventure, and I'll see you in the next video.